up, guys? It's Michael and Kyle with AKM Tactical. Appreciate y'all watching. Today we're going to talk about the
top three guns for self-defense.
3 must-haves for self-defense. Yeah. We read an article on
I believe it was on USA Carry. Somebody posted it on a Facebook page that I follow, and I really enjoyed the article. And I mean, I thought it was spot on, and it really fits our mindset and the way that we approach things. So much so that we had the gear ready to go. So basically, if you could only have 3 guns for self-defense, these are the categories that we believe, and the article believes, that you should fill first.
Right.
Me and Michael are not gun collectors.
No.
We have a lot of guns, but we'll tell you that all of our guns serve a purpose. Hard-earned cash is hard to come by these days, which is freaking hornets here in Louisiana. But anyways, Louisiana, man.
Yeah.
We're sweating. We've been out here 5 minutes. We're sweating.
Yeah, it's hot.
It's, you know, it's 90-something degrees in the morning with
it's 9 a.m.
3,000% humidity.
9 a.m. we're burning up.
Yeah. But anyways, so what I was saying is, if you can only have 3 guns for self-defense, these are the priorities that we believe you should fill, and that's why we do this channel.
Yep.
We want to save y'all time. We want to save you hard-earned cash, and let you know what works for us, and try to answer your questions the best we can. And I felt like this article was, as we say, on point.
Yeah, spot on.
On point. So the first, since I guess I was the one that read the article, the first priority that you should fill, according to this article, and we would agree, is going to be a full-size or combat-size pistol. Basically, the terms that we use is a go-to-war gun.
Yep.
And, you know, obviously, for both of us, that's going to be, you know, our Glock 19s. Danger, check it for all you folks out there. But, anyways, Glock 19, double-stack, 9mm, 15 rounds. You can carry a 17-rounder on your waistband. And the purpose for that is going to be, A, you can conceal this gun.
Yep.
Like we just said, it's hot outside. I stopped at Walmart before I came by here to get some ammo, and this has been on my waist.
Yep.
So you can conceal it. It can, you know, it can double as a home defense gun. Michael, I mean, you've got one. Your wife loves it. My girlfriend loves it.
Yeah,
you know, she carries it.
We actually, my home defense gun before that was my Lipsey's Flat Dark Earth 17.
Yeah.
And had a TLR1 on it. And me and the wife got out here shooting one day, and both, I have 2 19s. Actually, we got to do a video on this one. We hadn't done it yet. This is a new one.
Yeah, this is the first time they're seeing it.
Yeah, this is actually a first shots video.
Right.
Check that out. Check that gray out, man. Man. Yeah. So anyways, we were out shooting the old 19, which you've seen tons of footage on that gun. And she really liked it better because it doesn't have the finger. I took the finger grooves off and all that kind of stuff, and she really liked the way it felt in the hand. So yeah, you go ahead. So I switched it out, and now the 19 is our home defense gun. It runs a TLR1 and 17 round mag, and you know, it's good to go. So the old 17 just ends up kind of locked up in the gun room all the time. But yeah. You know, for us, the 19 it's awesome. It fills every role. You know, we've got a video on the Glock 19. You know, that was our first, I guess, official gun review.
Yeah.
You know, and it does. It kind of fills that role of that combat, that service pistol for us.
Yeah. So what's going to work in that role for you? If you're an M&P guy, you like M&Ps, get you a double stack 9. You know, full size or you know, compact size. M&P compact is a little smaller. It's going to be between a 19 and a 26.
26, yeah.
I would still say that's fine. XD, you know, they got a compact size. Whatever, take your pick. Canic, I got a Canic in my bag. We're going to run today. And actually, I don't know if y'all follow me on Instagram, but I posted an EDC picture of that. I've got a Lag Tactical holster. I carried a 18 plus 1 round full-size service pistol with a t-shirt. So you know, like we said, compact, full-size, something you can go to war with. That's priority number 1. Okay, moving on. Priority number 2 is going to be a super concealable pistol. Okay, preferably a 9mm. Single stack, double stack, it does not matter.
That's right.
What we find is that this gun, M&P Shield, danger check it for you guys out there.
Yeah.
This gun right here is going to be just as easy to conceal as the 26.
Yeah.
Okay. And what that does is it, you know, on days like today, you know, this probably would be, you know, the one that more people would conceal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Depending upon your mindset, depending upon where you're going, depending upon what you're wearing. And actually, right now, this is probably the most popular concealed carry gun out there for good reason. I mean, you can fight with this pistol. It's just big enough, in my opinion. And the Glock 26 is fantastic.
Yeah, it's awesome for everyday carry because it's so short and compact, and it's not much. And yeah, 17 round mag.
Boom. Yeah.
You know,
big advantages.
And it's not much wider than the Shield.
Yeah.
So
the Shield is going to be more comfortable, but like Michael pocket carries that gun.
Yeah, absolutely. I do. In fact, I do it a lot. When I'm really lazy, which is a lot of time, I can pocket carry this, and I can carry a spare mag. And I mean, I've got, 27, 28 rounds on me, ready to go.
Yeah. And while I'm thinking about it, let's talk about something real quick. What we have on these guns, for these two guns, go ahead, spend the extra money, get the night sights.
Yeah.
Get some better sights than what the Glock comes with. The Shield comes with decent sights out the box, but you're not going to have any illumination. That's up to you, but you definitely need to replace these Glock sights because you're not. I mean, they're flimsy. They're terrible. They don't actually line up correctly.
Right.
So go ahead, switch the sights, and for home defense, we always recommend putting a light on.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's really a lot easier to I hate to say clear a house, but it's a lot easier to defend your house with a light attached to the gun. It's kind of like when you run a long gun. If you don't run a long gun with a light, what's wrong? You got to get a light on that gun for home defense. And I would love to be able to carry a light on a gun every day, for everyday carry. But
we're talking about that.
Yeah, we're talking about doing that.
There's a surefire option out there, the XC1 that's concealable.
But for home defense, absolutely. Slap a light on that gun. And that's the whole reason that you need a full-size gun, because you need something with a rail.
There you go.
So
that's right. All right, so now that brings us to number 3, and that's going to be a long gun for home defense. Both of us, we like ARs, we like shotguns. The ARs were just ready to go. Mine is just it's got Magpul furniture. It's a Palmetto State Armory build, 1-7 twist with an upgraded FN barrel, one of the nice FN barrels. It's heavier than a lot of ARs, but I get a lot of life out of this barrel. It's wearing an Enforce WMLX. That's just a push button on light. It's got a Hollow Sun red dot. Biggest thing about this red dot that I like is that it's motion sensor on, and then it turns itself off after 8 hours. It's got like what is the battery life, like
50,000
hours, something stupid. Change it on your birthday every year. You won't ever have to worry about it.
Yep.
But when I pick this gun up and I shoulder it, red dot is on and ready to go.
Yep.
That's what I like about it. And it's got a sling. That's another important factor. And those are 3 things that you're going to want in a home defense gun and in a defensive rifle is a light, a sling, and then lastly, you can run irons, but some type of red dot.
Yeah, and I guess to kind of go over mine, I did a video on this rifle a long time ago when I first built it. It's actually just a real quick video. I've never done an official review on this gun. It needs one pretty bad, but Daniel Defense upper, Spikes Tactical, Pirate lower, whatever you want to call it. Pirate lower is what I call it. But BCM KMR, 15-inch KMR. We actually have got to do a review on this light. This is the Streamlight ProTac 2L rail mount.
A lot for your money, guys.
Yeah,
get a lot for your money.
Did you see where Kyle DeFore is that's all he's running now?
Really?
He's running 1Ls, but on an Arisaka offset mount. But yeah, dude, he says they're good to go.
Just one of the difference in the 1L and the 2L for 'em.
The 2L is 2 batteries, 650 lumens. The 1L is 1 battery and 350 lumens, something like that.
Which that's plenty.
Yeah, it really is plenty.
That'll do it.
A lot of guys, you know, they like the push button where they can run it with their hand. You know, Kyle's WML is that way. I myself prefer a tape switch. I like something and this one comes with a tape switch. I like the tape switch because when I get my C clamp, you know, the light, I can just squeeze it and the light comes right on. But B5 Systems, Satma Bravo stock, Magpul grip, LaRue branded, but they're actually Troy flip up sights. That may end up getting changed because screw Troy. If you don't know why, just Google it. The only thing that I don't like about this rifle is my optic. It's a Bushnell. It's not a bad optic. It's just you can't leave it on because the battery life sucks.
Talk about the handguard. That's my favorite part.
Yeah, I said something about the KMR, but the 15-inch BCM key mod, lightweight. I think the whole thing's like 8 ounces, 10 ounces. Really slim. You know, I got pretty good hooks on me, but even somebody with small hands, I mean, they can get a hold of that rail and no problems. BCM Mod 4 charging handle. You know, this gun's pretty well squared away. Way of the gun, Frank Proctor way of the gunsling. It's pretty squared away, but when you get your long gun, like he said, sling, white light. If it's an AR, don't go crazy with the ammo. You don't have to go buy this, you know, don't do 62 grain green tip or
Reed Hendricks with Valor Ridge has got pretty much the only video I've seen that just says, hey, this is good for home defense, this is good 5.56 ammo.
Yeah, and 55 grain, you know, 55 grain full metal jackets does really good.
Yeah,
it really does in the house. You know, actually, the more I've been researching and reading for long guns, the home defense gun, a rifle is awesome for that, especially a 5.56 gun or 223, whatever you want to call it. Because 55 grain, just as soon as it hits walls, it tumbles. It just starts tumbling. So you don't have to worry near as much about skipping around all the way through your house with a 5.56 gun. A lot of guys is going to call bull on that, but I'm telling you, do your research. And it's true. I know that it's running almost 3,000 feet per second, and people's going to go, oh, you know, there's no way. Do a little research, and you'll find out that bullet, when it starts tumbling, it stops. It really does.
It loses a lot of its effectiveness.
Yep.
And you know, we've got a little bit of land. We live out in the country. Michael, you know, obviously he's got a little range, and I just bought home, and I've got 3 acres. So we like something where, you know, we can reach out no problem, you know, 100 yards, which is probably why this one, we brought this one today, and these are more squared away than our shotguns.
Yeah.
But also shotguns.
Yeah.
Man, that is probably the most popular. It's cheaper.
Yep.
Definitely more affordable.
Yep.
Just as, if not more effective.
Yeah.
At stopping a threat. And actually, my home defense shotgun is the same shotgun I killed my first deer with. It's a Remington 870 Express 20 gauge. I got the plug out. It takes, you know, 5 rounds of buckshot or slug. I got a side saddle that the slug sits in. As I said, it wasn't squared away. It needs a white light on it. But you talk about effective at close range. Shotgun is just devastating.
Yeah.
There's nothing that's really going to knock somebody down. But a shotgun is going to be as close as you can get to that.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, shotguns are also, like he said, they're awesome options for home defense. I would hate to know that my primary long gun, and I think that's kind of why we brought the ARs out, because the way that article was talking about your primary, you should have a super concealable, a go-to-war handgun, and a primary long gun. You know, I would hate for my primary long gun to be a shotgun. I'm not saying you couldn't do it. You could do it. But
depends on where you live and what your situation is. Yeah.
30 compared to 8.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, if you live, you know, if you live in California and you're running bullet buttons and all that kind of crap, I'm not so sure a shotgun is not the way to go, because it seems to me like a shotgun would be a lot easier to run than a 10-round mag in an AR with a bullet button.
You've got the Keltec option now.
You do.
And there's a few more shotguns coming out like that. I've never shot one. I've held one.
Yep.
So I can't, I don't know about the reliability. I don't know
Yeah.
about the shootability. But I know an 870 will run.
It'll run.
Preferably if you can find an older used 870.
Like a Wingmaster.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah. Yep.
Guys
Police
around here,
trade-ins. You can get a lot of. Sometimes you find
That's
police
right.
trade-ins for really cheap.
on the cheap. I mean, you can put a different a mag tube in it. I mean, you can get up to like you said, 8, 9
Yeah.
rounds.
Yeah.
Of pretty devastating, 20 or 12.
Yeah.
So if you got to run a shotgun, if you're not there yet, and a lot of people around, I mean, obviously, like I just said, my first, deer was killed with a 870, and I had that gun when I was 9 years old.
Yeah.
So my first, big gun was a shotgun. The
Yeah.
first non-BB gun was a shotgun.
And a lot of guys, especially down south,
They just got them laying around.
they just got shotguns everywhere. A lot, when I grew up, growing up, that was the way it was.
Yeah.
You got, like he said, his first gun was a shotgun. My first gun was a shotgun. My first gun was a Winchester 20 gauge semi-automatic that my grandpa gave me. They don't even make it anymore. They didn't make it when I got it. I was 8 years old when I got it.
Yeah.
That's an old gun.
I was
But
a baby.
870. Yeah, you was. My second gun was a 870 or 410 something. Anyways, I don't know. It was shotguns. That's what my dad would go out and get me a shotgun, and
Throw a white light on it, and
throw a shorter barrel and a white light.
it'll go to work. And that's why I said youth model.
Yeah.
Shorter length of pull, shorter barrel, smaller gun. Obviously better in close quarters, but whatever you got will work.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. But these are your top 3 priorities. This is if you can only have 3 guns on the planet, right? And you're for defense. Okay, let's not say hunting because I've got a slew of hunting rifles and shotguns. But for self-defense, you got to feel 3 priorities. That top one is going to be, a go-to-war pistol, full size or compact, and a super concealable. We say 9mm at least.
Yeah.
Single stack or double stack, and then a long gun for home defense.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, hands down. If you watch this channel, you probably got the same mindset as us.
That's money well spent.
It's money well spent, and you won't ever regret it. So.
By the way, talking about building a long gun, you can get on Palmetto State Armory, which is where I built this gun. You can build a rifle pretty cheap.
You really can. You really can. You don't have to go all out and build some big super duper. And I'm gonna tell you something. And I know we can make a totally different video about this, but when it comes to ARs, where it really counts, is your barrel and your bolt carrier group. That's where it counts. If you build because there's guys that build ARs, build tons of ARs, and they'll they might say, well, Palmetto State's hit and miss. Palmetto State can be hit and miss. I've seen Palmetto State guns on video where they just ran lots and lots of rounds. But thing is, if your Palmetto State gun is hit and miss, as long as all your pins are good and tight and all your pins fit and they stay in place, change that bolt carrier group out.
Yeah, go ahead, upgrade it. I mean, mine's a standard one, but if I do upgrade anything on this, it'll be making it a free float rail. That's right, and then a bolt carrier group and a charging handle. So,
Yeah.
But and the reason I brought that up is because times are getting a little sketchy. There's a lot of people that don't think that we should be able to have these rifles. There's a lot of people in this country that think that I'm ridiculous for holding this right here and for wanting this to defend myself.
Yep.
So like my baby brother, I had a what is that package called? The lower parts. I had a lower parts kit.
It was a build kit, actually,
yeah.
wasn't it? It was stock and everything.
Yeah. And I actually had an extra handguard because I changed this one out to FDE. And I was like, look, man, I'll give you this on the cheap. You need to go ahead and build a rifle.
Yep.
Because we don't know what's going to happen in the next, few years. And, with everybody bringing in, all these, possible ISIS, terrorists with all these refugees they're bringing over, and then, combine that with, them wanting to disarm us.
That's right.
You need to go ahead and get it.
Yep.
Get squared away, guys. That's one of our, I guess, pillars of our mindset is
Yep.
get squared away, and that's one way you can do it. So
Yeah, absolutely. I don't really have. You got anything else?
no, man, I think we covered it pretty good.
We covered this a lot faster than we thought we would.
Yeah, it's hot, and we're ready to shoot, man.
Guys, as always, we appreciate y'all watching. You know what to do. Like, comment, share. You know all the stuff.
By the way, speaking about the channel, we got a big announcement coming up, and I think we may even have some giveaways coming up in the future.
Yeah, we're actually, and I haven't looked at it this morning. We're getting close to 500 subs.
Yeah, we were 5 off this morning. So
that's pretty amazing considering
3 months ago.
we were like
something.
160 something. So guys, we appreciate all the support that we've gotten here. This thing is really starting to take off. You know, I've been doing it now for quite a while, but I guess my boy coming on board had to make the difference for me. But we really appreciate the support. We appreciate all the help that we get, all the questions and the comments and everything.
Yeah.
My phone, it constantly blows up. You know, I get questions on the Facebook page and stuff. Guys, that's awesome. It really is. We really appreciate it.
And that's why we do it. We do it for guys like us, you know, guys like you, who maybe we can, like you said, you know, give them some tips and some pointers on how to spend their hard-earned cash and get the most for the money.
Well, and guys give us tips, stuff,
That's
and pointers too.
That's
you know, that's the thing. We're learning just like you were learning.
That's right.
We got some really big stuff coming down the pipeline, as they say. We got some reviews coming out. We got some giveaways coming up. We're actually working on going to some classes.
Yes.
I don't know if we can go this year, but we're definitely going to go at the first part of next year, as soon as we can. But you know, Kyle bought a house, and we got family and life coming up.
Actually, we were planning on going next weekend.
This weekend.
This weekend,
man.
yeah, it would have been this weekend.
Yeah.
And situation came up where I just couldn't turn it down. I ended up buying a house.
Yeah.
So I'm blessed that I could do that. I'm blessed to be able to do it. And you know, we were sitting here fussing about how hot it is, but you know, I love this place. I wouldn't have grown up anywhere else, and I want my kids to be able to grow up here. And you know, I can shoot a deer off my back porch if I want to.
That's right. That's right.
So that's nice. We may actually do some videos once I get a little mini range going over there. So.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But as always, you know, like, share, subscribe. Links will be in the description box below
Underneath.
for all of our
Down there.
social media sites.
Yeah, follow us, man. Follow us on Instagram. I'm trying to post more on there. I don't post as much on Facebook because Facebook is so PC, and I have a job, and you know, so you know, the gun stuff, that's on our Instagram.
Yeah. So anyways, guys, we appreciate it. Y'all be safe.